while since I've done this. I hate the fact that when I wear my glasses, you guys can see the reflection of the ring light, but I have no light in my living room, so this is just gonna have to do. Hey guys, I'm back. It's me again. I always say I'm back because I've been taking these insanely long breaks in between actually recording these videos. I don't think I have pressed record on this camera since the beginning of August. It was actually my birthday month, so I decided to take a much needed break because I was just starting to feel burnt out and unmotivated. But this is not about me. This is not a therapy session. I'm back. Welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, if you've never been here before, welcome to my channel. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with this channel, if I just want to make it tutorials, if I actually want to open up my life a little bit to you guys and talk. I don't know what I want to do, but for now, I'm just going to keep doing whatever my spirit tells me. So for today's video, I'm doing another like crochet with me kind of tutorial vibe. I'm going to be making a bolero, and I don't really know, well, I've never made this style of bolero before, so just like almost all of my other videos, I'm just going to be working off the top of my head and telling you guys what I'm doing while I'm doing it. I kind of like this style of tutorial more because it's more relaxed and less like serious. So yeah, I think that this style of tutorial is going to be what I do more often. Please let me know in the comments how you feel about it. If you watched my riot top tutorial, it was kind of this style of tutorial as well, so let me know how you felt about that if you didn't already. Before I get into what I'll be using and what I'll be doing, I've got to take care of the housekeeping, so make sure that you're subscribed to this channel no matter how chaotic it is, and also make sure that you turn your Make sure that you turn your notification bell on so that you can be notified every time I post, because YouTube will not let you know otherwise. I'm serious about that. They really will not let you know otherwise. So turn that notification bell on and keep up with me. If you're interested in seeing me on any other social media platforms, all of my social media pages are in the description below. And if you're interested in checking out any of my crochet patterns or my designs, my website is in the description below as well. Now with that being said, I want to make a bolero. As I said, I've made the like Scarlet and Sam type bolero that didn't have a front. I don't know if you guys would want a tutorial for that. I've made two so far, and I think I recorded myself making, yeah, I did. I recorded myself trying to make it in 2 hours, which was an absolute fail. But if you guys want a more in-depth tutorial, let me know. I also have a pattern for it on my website. But anyways, the bolero I want to make today is going to have a front. Like, I want the front, the back, and then the sleeves. I also don't want to do it with double crochet like I usually do. Like, I always do every bolero I have in double crochet. I want to try triple crochet just because I feel like triple crochet does not get enough shine, and it's also 90 degrees here in Atlanta still, and we're entering September. So I want to make something that is very breathable, very lightweight, and also something that I can get done relatively quickly, because I'm not trying to be here for 2-3 days trying to finish up bolero. For the materials, I have 2 skeins of I Love This Cotton from Hobby Lobby in the shade Taupe, because I never, or Taupe, I don't know how you pronounce that, but I never tell you guys what color I pick up, and you guys always ask in the comments. So this is the shade Taupe or Taupe. And I also have a size 6.5 millimeter crochet hook. I did want to use a 7. But I cannot find my 7. So we're gonna go with 6.5. I think 6.5 or 7 should work, but if you use 7, your bolero might be a little bit bigger than mine will be. So take that into consideration. I also have my trusty little crochet bin here. If you don't have a crochet bin next to your couch, do you even crochet? If you want to know what's in my bin, let me know in the comments if you guys want to see what's in my crochet bin or what's in my crochet bag kind of video. That, I feel like that could be fun, and it'll be really quick to record. Anyways, next you're going to need a tape measure. You're going to need a tape measure. For all of my girls that don't use a tape measure when they crochet clothing. You are choosing chaos. Please get a tape measure. And I think that'll be it, aside from like scissors and a tapestry needle or a sewing needle. I'm looking for everything as I say it, because who would that be if I actually organized all this stuff before I recorded? So yeah, let's get started. In my head, I want to do a front rectangle, a back rectangle, and then the sleeves. I think I want the front rectangle to be a little bit like high on the neck, so I don't think, like, you know how when you're crocheting a tank top you do like a little bit of the strap? I don't want to do that for this, if that's making any sense. I don't think it's making any sense. I just want it to be 2 straight rectangles and then like a little gap for my head. Hopefully that comes out the way I think it's going to come out. So I am going to start by measuring my body. I'm going to need to know how big the front and back rectangles need to be. So I'm just gonna go from shoulder to shoulder. Usually I would do my chest, but I don't even think I'm gonna make it that long. So I'm just gonna do from shoulder to shoulder. And that's giving me about 16 inches, a little bit more than 16 inches. And then I'm also gonna measure my arm. I already know my arm measurement, but I'm doing this for the sake of you guys. And that is 16 as well. So I'm gonna need 8 inches on the front and 8 inches on the back. I think I want the Bolero to be about 9 inches. Let's see. Yeah, I think I want it to be about 9 inches. 9 inches is actually giving me a little bit much. Maybe 8.5. Let's go with 8.5. So I am going to begin by making a chain. I don't know how long the chain is going to be yet, so I'm just going to chain enough for 16 inches. And then I'm also going to chain an odd amount, right? An odd amount plus 4, and that plus 4 is going to be our triple crochet. So let's chain our odd amount. And just like take a moment to stop and measure. See, I needed that moment because I'm exactly where I need to be. I could actually take off like 2 chains. So I have 41 chains here, and then I'm gonna do plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in the 6th chain from the hook, so from your hook you're going to count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to place a triple crochet. Then you're going to chain 1, skip a stitch, and then place another triple crochet in the stitch after the one you skip. Chain 1, skip a stitch, place a triple crochet in the next. And then we're going to repeat that all the way across the row. I'm going to come get closer to the camera for those of you that are more visual and show you what I'm working on. So this is what we have so far. I'm going to chain 1, skip this next chain, and then the next one, do a triple crochet. And if you don't know what a triple crochet is, you're basically going to yarn over twice, go into your stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. And then you're going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, go into the next, and do your triple crochet. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, into the next, triple crochet. And we're just going to keep doing that. Oops. Yeah, we're just gonna keep doing that all the way across the row. Okay guys, so I'm back. I have my row completed. This is what it looks like. I will make corrections in the video itself like I usually do when I mess up. You actually need an even amount of chains, so I would recommend doing 40 chains instead of 41, but this is what it looks like so far. I'll also include the recommended chain amounts for the different sizes. I forgot to say that earlier, so that you can make this no matter the size. However, that's why I showed you guys how I measure my body in the beginning, because I recommend, instead of using the preset stitch amounts I have here, I mean, even though they'll still work, I still recommend using a tape measure and measuring for your body instead, so that you can get the perfect fit. But if you don't want to do that, I'll be able to help you out. Anyways, now that we have the first row done, what we're gonna do is we're gonna chain 4. Everybody here should already know how to chain 4. I shouldn't have to show you how to chain 4. So we're gonna chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Sorry, we're gonna chain 5. 5. Turn your work. You're gonna skip this first stitch, this right here. Let's see, this right here. You're gonna skip that. You're gonna skip the next stitch, and into this second triple crochet, that's where you're gonna triple crochet. You're gonna chain 1, skip the space, and triple crochet over the next triple crochet. So each triple crochet should be into a triple crochet from the previous row, and you're gonna continue to do that across the row, and then you're gonna chain 4 again, turn your work, and repeat it until you have your desired amount of rows. I don't know how many rows I'm gonna need here. I'm gonna guess that it's going to be about 7 or 8, but I am doing about 8.5 inches down, so I'll come back and let you know. Well, now of course I'm gonna come back and let you guys know how many rows I've done, but I'll also put it right here. If you want it longer, add more rows. If you want it shorter, do less. Here are the row amounts that I suggest for each size, or if you want to do it according to your measurements, feel free to do that as well. But yeah, we're going to continue to do that all the way across the row, and for a total of about 7 or 8 rows. I'll let you guys know in the next clip. Well, not in the next clip, because I'm going to insert some, you know, fun crocheting in between, but a couple clips later I'm gonna let you guys know how many rows I did. I'm really rambling a lot today. Sorry guys, I'm back. So we're at the end of row 2, right? And I want us all to place our last stitch in the second chain from this last treble crochet. So there's the last treble crochet, and there's going to be a bunch of chains at the end of the row. So we're going to place it in the second chain. So you count 1, 2. This is really hard to see. Let's see. Is that better? So we're going to count 1. This is our first chain here, and then 2, and that is where we're going to be placing our last treble crochet. If you have the pattern, it's going to say place your treble crochet in the 4th chain from the beginning chain 5, and this is what is referred to as the beginning chain 5. And when I say the 4th chain, that's going to be the 4th chain from the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to be that same chain we just pointed out, and that's where you're going to place. That's where you're going to place your last treble crochet. Also, quick tidbit, I do want to give credit where credit is due. The whole treble crochet idea came from my girl Miss Moon in Heaven. Is it? And I don't think there's an and anymore. Miss Moon Heaven, she made this Adina, I believe it's called the Adina cardigan with triple crochet. And when I saw that, I was like, I immediately need something with triple crochet, because not only does it look like I can wear this in hot weather, it looks so comfortable, and it looks like it was finished within a day, to be honest. So yeah, that's where I got my idea to do treble crochets from, or triple crochets, treble crochets, whatever they're called. Okay guys, so I have now finished 8 rows, and we're going to get started on the 9th row. The 9th row is where we're going to be putting our neck hole, I guess you call it, or our head hole, and it's going to be a continuation of this piece. I will not be making a separate piece and then sewing the two together. We're just going to keep it going, and I'm going to show you how. So just like how we begin every other row, we're going to chain 5 and turn our work. Now we're only going to be placing treble crochets in the first 2 stitches. So we're going to do our chain 5, and then we're going to treble crochet over the next treble crochet. Chain 1, then do another treble crochet over the next treble crochet, and instead of chaining 1 here, we're actually going to chain 30. If you're doing this according to your measurement, you're going to do a chain that is the same amount of stitches as this gap right here, from the 3rd treble crochet from the right to the 3rd treble crochet on the left. So from here, from this treble crochet to this treble crochet. When you put it up to your shoulder, that's where our work is going to attach. So you're going to want to count the chain space and the treble crochet all the way across till you get to this treble crochet, and that's going to be the amount of chains you're going to need for your neck hole. I really hope that made sense. So now that we have our desired amount of chains, we are going to go all the way over to the 3rd treble crochet from the left, and we are going to put a treble crochet over that one, chain 1, and finish out the row like we were before, putting a treble crochet over each treble crochet with a chain 1 in between. Chain 1, and then into the 4th chain from the beginning, chain 3 to end that row. It's giving me a hard time, so I made that chain a little too tight. Make sure you don't make your chains too tight, because that's not fun when you're working with a big hook. And this is what our work should look like. So now we have somewhere to put our head. Now we're going to do 8 more rows of exactly what we did here, but on our chain we're going to skip a stitch like we did in the first row of the front rectangle. So please excuse my sniffling. I was watching a show and it made me cry, and now my sinuses are just they're done for. So at the beginning of the row, we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn our work. We put treble crochet, then chain 1, then treble crochet over every treble crochet from the previous row. You guys know the deal. Chain 1, and then another treble crochet. Then we're going to chain 1, skip the next chain, and into the chain after that, that's where we'll be putting our treble crochet. And then we're just going to be doing that all the way across the row. Don't forget to chain 1 in between each treble crochet, guys. Okay, while my camera still has an ounce of charge left to it, this is what our first row on the back looks like. It looks just like these rows that we've been doing, and we're going to continue to do that for 7 more rows to match the amount you did in the front. So whatever amount of rows you did in the front, that's what we're going to be doing in the back, and this counts as our first row of that. So I'll come back once I have that done and I charge my camera battery. Hey guys, we're back. Had a couple of malfunctions with my camera battery, etc., but it is now 2 days later. I know I said I didn't want this project to take more than a day, and honestly, if my battery didn't decide to do whatever it wanted to do, I would have had this done in 1 day. Honestly, this project probably would have taken me about 5 hours, but you know, circumstances happen and we are here 2 days later. I will show you guys what I've completed so far. So I went ahead and already did the sleeve. So we have the 2 body pieces, the front and back. Well, technically it was all one piece. And then here is the sleeve. So now I'm going to show you guys how I did the sleeve on the other side. First, let me actually try this on and make sure the sleeve is long enough before I clip the yarn. Okay, yeah. And the sleeve is perfect length. If you guys haven't seen me make sleeves on this channel before, I just really like my sleeves to be past my wrist, just like mid-hand. I don't know why, I just prefer it that way. And I also wanted to be able to like put my finger through that last stitch just to give, you know, that extra flair, just in case, just if I wanted it, you know. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to be doing the other sleeve, and then this top will be done. Okay, so what we're going to do is on our body piece, we're going to locate the bottom corner. So here is our neck hole, and on the other end we're going to fold it, and in the bottom corner we're going to make a slip knot, and that's where we're going to be attaching our yarn. So I would just attach it at this bottom corner here. We have chain 5s, the chain 5s that we do at the beginning of the row. So I would just attach it to the second chain from that chain 5. To be completely honest, it really doesn't matter where you attach it as long as it's the bottom corner. Then we put our slip knot over our hook and pull. Then pull it through. Once we've attached our yarn, you're gonna chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now you know how we've been putting a treble crochet over every treble crochet? Well, because we're working on the side of the top, we're going to be working with these bars here. These bars here. We're going to be putting each treble crochet into each one of these bars, like at the top of the bar. This is going to be where we are continuing that pattern of a treble crochet over a treble crochet. I really hope that makes sense. I'll go ahead and do the first one close up so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I've chained 5, and now I'm going to be putting a treble crochet into this bar right here. So yarn over twice, and wherever you know it feels fit, you feel fit to put your treble crochet. Like, it doesn't have to be at the very top, but you see how there was like a gap right there, and I just put my treble crochet into that gap. That's completely fine. After you treble crochet, you're gonna chain 1, and then into the next I guess you can say stitch or bar, we're going to be placing a treble crochet into that. I'm gonna just put it right here. Oops, I'm gonna put it just right here into this little gap. chain 1, and then continue to do that all the way around. So you're gonna continue to do that all the way around the circle for the arm. Hold, and don't forget to chain 1 in between each treble crochet. Okay, so once you've gotten to the end of that round, you've completed all of your treble crochets and you're back to that starting point. You're gonna do your last chain 1, and then just like we've been doing at the end of the rows for the body piece, we're going to slip stitch into the second chain from the beginning chain 5, the second chain from the top, or the 4th chain from the bottom. So this chain right here, you count from the bottom up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Y'all should already know how to do this. And we're gonna slip stitch into that chain. We're not going to treble crochet into that chain. We're going to slip stitch into the chain to close the circle. And now we have our first row for our sleeve. After we slip stitch, we're going to chain 5 yet again. Turn your work, and then you're going to continue doing what we've been doing, which is putting a treble crochet on top of each treble crochet with a chain 1 in between. Okay, so we're back at the end of round 2, and we're going to do that same slip stitch we did in the last row. So in the 4th chain from the bottom up, you're gonna slip stitch, and then you're gonna chain 5 to start your next row. This next row is going to be a decrease row. So to decrease, what we're going to do is once we chain 5, right? We chain 5, we turn our work. We skip this treble crochet. Like, this is where chain 5 is coming out of. This is the next treble crochet. We're going to skip that one, and we're going to put a treble crochet in the one after that. And that's it. That's how we're decreasing for this. And you chain 1, and you continue to do the rest of the round normally. No more decreases, and then you slip stitch at the end. Ooh, where am I? Can y'all see me? Is this lighting okay? I hope so. So once your decrease row is finished, you're going to do 3 more rows without any decreases. So you're gonna chain 5, turn your work, and continue the same pattern we've been doing of putting a treble crochet and a chain 1, and you're gonna do that for a total of 3 rows. And then after that, we're gonna work on another decrease row, but I'll come back and explain it. But 3 rows of what we've been doing so far with no decreases. Okay. Alright guys, so we've done those 3 rows with no decreases, and now we're going to do 1 more row with decreases. So we're going to do our chain 5, turn our work, and then skip that first treble crochet and work into the 3rd one. Like, this is, well, the 2nd one, I guess. Well, skip that next treble crochet and work into the one after that, and that's our decrease. Then you're going to finish out the row like regular. I'm just going to explain the rest of the sleeve since we already know how to do a decrease row and a row with no decreases. So after this decrease row, we're going to do 4 more rows without any decreases. Then you're going to do 1 more decrease row. After that last decrease row, you're going to do 10 rows with no decreases, and then your sleeve is done. So we have our first 2 rows, then a decrease row, 3 rows, then another decrease row, 4 rows, then another decrease row, and then 10 rows, and then it's done. I hope that makes sense. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. And yeah, we're gonna get this sleeve done right now. So this is the fit for the day, but I just wanted to show you guys how cute the Bolero came out. Like, I am obsessed with it. I've made another one in black, but I left it at home, so I'm gonna show you guys that when I get home. But this is fire. Okay, bye.